Good day, and welcome back to part 2 of this video. The first part 1, we spoke about managing files and folders. In this part 2, we'll talk about managing printers. We will go straight to the print service server role. How to install the print service server role. We click on we have server manager already open. Click on manage. You need to add a role. You follow the screen. On server roles, we need to add the print server role, print and document services. Click next. Click next. If you want to add internet printing, click on internet printing for an option. Click continue next. Next. Now this is an option we can add distributor scan server, internet printing, and we have to think about distributors LYTBT service, RP service. Next, we have to recall that this web server role is going to be activated when you take internet service, when you take internet printing. The web server role comes automatically. Next, look at the features that will be installed. Next, and install. I have to pause for it to finish installing and resume. Our print and document service have been installed. Click on close. We will now proceed to see how to install printers. I will then make sure that there are various methods of installing the printer. Either you can install using the control panel, or you can install it using the print management smart in. So we'll begin with the control panel. I'll click on start. We'll click on control panel. Control panel. We'll look for printers. Click on devices and printers. And click on add a printer. Search for printers. The printer can stop it by clicking on this printer is now there. They will select how the printer is being installed on the computer, the various computer ports. You can connect the printer through adding a printer using TCP port address, whereby you have to select and add, let's say, the IP address and the host name or IP and the port name. So that option I can install a printer. You can decide to put at the printer or local printer with manual settings. That is, you install it manually with the printer attached. And on the machine, in which case you have to specify the port. If it is an RTP port, you specify. If it's a COM port, you specify. You can as well use an existing port, or you can create a port. You can create a TCP port, standard IPv6 port, and you click next, and you go back to the previous point that we had. You either type the host name or the IP address of the printer. For example, I can say, let me say the host name being the port name, and just put anything. Next. If the printer is there, you will see the printer. If not, because the printer is not connected, so you will not see it now. Let me cancel the process. That's how you install the printer. Let's see how to install it using the Print Management Smart Snap-in, which you just installed. Click on Tools and Print Management. On Print Management, you right click your printer servers. You right click on the printer. You open the tree on the domain tree. Now you right click on the domain and you add printer. I'll bring back to the same menu where you can add the TCP web printer by IP address or host name. You can search for the printer. You can add the printer using an existing port. You can create a new port, as you saw in the previous option using control panel, where you can choose the port, create a new port, and so on and so forth. After the printer has been installed, you can now add a driver. Adding a printer driver is as well as adding a printer. You right click on drivers and you add driver. You follow the wizard next. Now, because some users may use a 32-bit or 64-bit operating system, you may not need to install them. You simply install them on the print management console. In which case, any users will just connect, able to download drivers and print without any problem. You click on next. Now you come to where you have to select the printer. You select the manufacturer HP. And you say, if you have the disk, you click on have disk, and you proceed. If not, you click on next. You use the default drivers, and the printer is installed successfully. By default, every user connected to the print network can able to print to a printer connected to the network or directly attached to the machine. But with the print management Snap-in, enables us to configure the user that we wish to print on a particular printer. For example, we go into the print management Snap-in. You have go to printers, click on printers. You will display a list of printers that are installed. If you want to configure particular users to print on the printer, you right click on the printer. You go to properties of the printer, and you go to the security tab. In which case, this one is everyone can print on this printer, but you can everyone cannot manage this printer or manage documents to print on this printer or some special permissions. So you could configure that. Let's say I want a particular user to be an administrator of that printer. Let's say Daniel. Search. Daniel is there. I say okay. I want this user Daniel to be able to manage this printer, manage documents that are sent to this printer. And I say okay, can we move to advanced if you want, and configure the same settings So this user Daniel was able to manage the printer, manage documents that are sent to the Queen. You're able to pause and delete print commands sent to the printer and say okay. That is how you can manage printers using the print management command. As you earlier mentioned in the slides, it is a fantastic idea to manage printers using group policies. You configure and customize a group policy and you just simply push it or link it to users or groups. So let's see how to do that. You click on tools, you go to group policy management smart editor. You can create a group policy directly and link it on the domain. Or users are on a particular domain. Right click and you say create a GPO, and let me call the GPO printer policy, and I say okay. Okay, it's been created. Printer policy has been created. I right click and I click edit to edit the policy, and I go to computer, to policies, Windows, settings, Windows, right click and I say deploy printer, and I enter printer name and I say HP lab, and I say that, and let me say HP, and the printer name isn't valid. Sorry, I needed to specify the path. Just binder, which is the server name, and let me say the name HP share. I say HP share, add, okay, and there's my printer already being deployed. So as you can see, our printer is there, the printer name SP share and the server name as a path, and then we have the status deployed. So this is how we can share printer, deploy printer using the group management policy. And after that has been deployed, we can now, let's say, you see it's already linked printer. If you go to printer right click, so it's already linked the links enabled, which means it's already linked to a particular domain name which users are being created. Thank you very much for your time and that you took to listen to this video. See you next time.